Today I get very passionate about a topic I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, which is, although as entrepreneurs we should be diluting our involvement in the day-to-day operations as a business scales, what about the beginning? How involved in the detail do you get?
28 and I'm trying to shape history, pulling from the sky for some strength to take with me, line up the stars, fly away quickly and push the world forward like a tidal wave hit me. I ride the wave swiftly, I fear no man, check my titles mate quickly, came from the sky with the light of day in me.
G'day guys, welcome to episode 202 of Ask Jack D. Thank you for joining us. Rosie, how you doing?
I am really good.
Rosie
and very busy.
Really good. What's today's question?
Okay, so today's question is, hey Jack, hopefully this makes sense. It's fair to say that at your stage of career, you're at a level where you are orchestrating, making strategic plans, and you have other people putting in the groundwork to make sure it happens. As a starting entrepreneur, would you say it is best to learn a skill and learn it well until you can get to the point where you are the strategic head? Or should you always be looking to be the strategic head of the company and be learning the skills just enough to be able to oversee them?
I'm really glad someone has asked this question, because we always talk about the importance of diluting your involvement. However, we haven't talked about the flip side, which is what do you do in the beginning? So it should be the aim of every good entrepreneur to dilute their involvement, particularly operationally in any business, right? Your aim should be able to build a business that works without you. So as you go up the growth curve, your day-to-day operational involvement should dilute each step of the way as you continue to build systems, build infrastructure, and bring in great people who can ultimately do the ground level stuff better, hopefully, than what you can, right? However, in the beginning, before you have people that can take care of the implementation, the execution, the detail, the operational side of things that you might not be great at, yes, you do need to do them, right? So in my first business as a call center, I was on the phones, I was hiring the staff, I was doing the admin. Back then we were using fax machines still, so I was doing the faxing, I was doing the client development, I was doing the hiring. So you do everything, right? And you need to be everywhere, and your attention to detail therefore needs to take on a whole new depth, right? This is really interesting. And it's even the same when I started Entourage, right? Because it was a slow build of a team, and that was a purposeful decision that I made. But I was managing events, even at the beginning of MBA education. I was the marketer, the event manager, the sort of would oversee everything on the day of an event, would oversee the run sheet, all of that sort of stuff, because we hadn't yet filled those roles. So my attention to detail naturally and intuitively probably rests at about a 4 out of 10. If you went back even to the start of Entourage, but particularly some of the businesses I started before, and you went back to the beginning of the call center, my attention to detail would have been 9.8 out of 10. When I was highly operational, doing all of the tasks, I could sit around a table, let's say if I had a team of 6 people, and I would know more detail about every single role of theirs than they would, right? Because I had to go to that level of attention to detail, because that's what the business required then, right? So that's really important. So often as an investor, I talk to early stage business owners, and they go, oh no, I don't want to get bogged down in that detail, I want to be the visionary. And it's like, that's not good enough, because that detail you're talking about is marketing, is sales, is delivery, is ensuring your customers are happy, is financial management, right? So until you have great people, great systems, great infrastructure to fulfill those functions independently of you, then guess what? You need to get involved in that detail. It's not good enough to go, well, I'm an entrepreneur and therefore we don't. No, you need to change, because that's what that context and that situation requires. As you go up the growth curve, delegate one role, then delegate the next role, then delegate the next role. And it's not like you delegate it and then you're done with it. You'll delegate it, the person won't do it well, you'll need to fire them, you'll need to get back in, you'll do it, then you'll hire someone else, you'll spend 3 months training them, you'll spend the next 6 months also training them. Then they'll leave and you'll have a month gap between when they leave and when you hire somebody else, so you'll need to get back. So it's never this elegant, I sort of floated up a growth curve and elegantly employed everybody else, and it's never that easy. But talking in terms of principle, that's ultimately what you should be looking to do. I remember I was speaking to Deb Thomas, who's the CEO of the company that owns Dreamworld and a whole bunch of different theme parks. I forget what the company's called, public listed company, and Deb is an incredible CEO. And I said to her, where do you stop? Because she, like myself, we have an executive team. I said, Deb, where do you stop in terms of your involvement? And she said, operational. She said, I discuss, I think, I strategize, I direct, I inform, I coach, I challenge. I don't do anything, right? Which is similar-ish to my role today, although I do get involved in some things sometimes. This is a good example of that. However, it should be the aim of every great entrepreneur to do exactly that. Strategize, think, coach, challenge, talk, discuss, step in when you need to. However, try to get to a point where you don't need to be operational whatsoever. But when you do, you do. So do. That's it.